How's everybody doing on YouTube land? Gonna do a little quick update here. Finished hopefully the last baling job of the year on hay. Did the neighbors on top of the hill, did his hay this afternoon. Yesterday, people that follow me on Instagram saw a picture of me baling with a view back along the river for the goat farm. They should be done with their hay now for the year, hopefully. I'm gonna cut this stuff up here again probably in October after it freezes and it's done growing. But our corn here, I've been testing corn. You can see all the husks are opening up, starting to dry down. This stuff here is still in the mid 30s to upper 20s in spots. So this corn has a little bit longer to go. This is a Bruner 94-day artesian corn. For life of me, can't remember the number. 31 something, I don't know. But I just got back a few minutes ago. A little bit longer than that. I just got done watching a couple videos. Watched Ben Vieser's sorghum baling video, and I watched a couple of my buddy John Sampson. I'll put a link to his channel at the end. He's planting cover crops today and doing some baling hay, so watched his videos. But my corn on the other side of the road over there, that is my Stein 85-day 9202G corn. I will insert a picture right now of what that corn is looking like. As you can see, that corn is all hanging down. I grabbed 10 cobs and just hand shelled them and tested the moisture on that corn, and it is anywhere from 17 to 30. I want to grab a few cobs close to the swamp, and those cobs are still upright like this, so I knew they were going to be a little bit on the wetter side, but the majority of them are hanging down, and when you go to shell them, I always break the cob in half, and a lot of them just breaking in half. They were shelling really nice. So as you can see, this corn's getting there, and this is the first corn planted. I think that Stein 85-day that's planted over on the other land, between probably a lack of fertilizer on it and it's really light ground over there, I just think it was too dry and too hot this year. I don't know. To me, it looks like it's only going to do about 90 to 100 bushel. But it is what it is. I need the corn stalks for cow feed and for bedding, so the grain is kind of a bonus at this point. The cows are grazing the North Woods right now. Here in the last 2 weeks, the grass started growing again, and the little field on the other side of the hill, I have not made a video of it. I didn't make a video of it on Instagram. I might have put a picture on there baling that little 2-acre piece. I was going to bale it off and then spray it, then plant winter rye, and it started growing back so fast I decided not to do that, and actually the cows are over there grazing it right now. So I'm hoping there's a week, maybe 2 of grazing over there for the cows. And then we are going to graze this pearl millet and daikon radish and all the alfalfa that's coming and the soybeans that are in here. So I didn't bring the tape measure, but this stuff is definitely taller. You can see the oats in there. This is just 2 inches shy of my waist where it bends over. So, I think if I wouldn't have the issues with the drill, this would look a lot better. I think next year following our winter rye, we're going to try something different. But here's our soybeans in there. They're just trying to make pods right now. So I think if those woods or that pasture over there can hold the cows off for a week or two, that's just gonna make this forage that much better for them. And of course, we've got a lot of alfalfa in here that didn't die. My alfalfa is apparently Roundup resistant. But we've got all these radishes down in here, all this volunteer clover in here. There's going to be a lot of good eats in here for the cows. There are going to be some happy hippos. I say that because they're very rotund right now. But, you see that winterize all coming in nice. I'll walk up there. I actually planted pearl millet in with that too. All of our winterize on both sides of where we chopped over there is up and filling in nice. So you can see our rows here. We got little soybeans. There are still some soybeans and some radishes in the grill. We got little radishes coming up. The cows are going to graze them off before I really want to, but I'm not going to try and divide this field to keep the cows off this younger stuff. Hopefully in a week or two it's farther along and it'll be what it'll be. Is that other stuff back by that corn. That's going to grow until we combine that corn off or pick it off, whichever. So that should have some time to grow. That corn's still right around 30 to 35%. So it'll be a little bit before we harvest that, so that'll give that stuff some time to grow. And then we'll put the cows back there and they can graze that. And I might leave them corn stalks back there for them to graze. And then either stock chop them and bale them right before we get snow, or I'll leave them till spring. But in here, you can see our rows. If you look down in here, here's pearl millet coming. There's pearl millet. Got our rye coming. At this young stage, it's hard to tell the difference in them, but the rye was planted in the rows. And on this stuff, I put the pearl millet in a small seed box. So the stuff that's not in the rows is obviously the pearl millet. There's a radish. It's just going to be a sporadic radish out here every once in a while. Which, whatever. There's another radish. So yeah, that's what it's looking like. And then this other hayfield over here, of course the cows grazed that off already. I don't know if I'm going to put the cows on here, how long this is going to last. If this will hold them over until we get that corn harvested or not. Otherwise we might have to graze that hayfield off. Just put a polywire along the end there again. Graze that. And then I don't know if they'll go back to the pasture loop again or what they'll do. I haven't made up my mind. I change my mind 50 times a day what I'm going to do. It always seems like there's a better idea or a different option. So, but if anybody was going to plant this pearl millet, I would put it in a small seed box. Don't mix it in with your soybeans and your rye. And I don't remember how big the radish seed was. Next time I try it, I'm going to try putting the radish seed in a small box too. So then you won't end up with a mess like this that looks like you planted the outside rows with a corn planter. And it should have been planted at a higher rate anyway, so I think if I would have been at a higher rate, the soybeans would have flowed through the meters better, or the cups, so they wouldn't have taken so long to get out of the way for this other seed to come out. So then you got some bald spots like that, or thin spots. But then you've got that radish right there. And this pearl millet, I mean, one seed starts coming out and you've got 10 different stalks coming out of it or better. And you've got that radish down in there. Get out of the way, leaves. So we'll see what happens in another weekish, 2 weeks. I don't know. I'm fertilizer. If the guy would have threw some nitrogen on here, probably would have helped too, but that's just more money to invest into it. You know, there's a lot of things the guy could have done differently that he didn't do, obviously. But this is what it's looking like. It's better than just a bunch of freaking weeds growing. The cows aren't going to graze. So, I am undecided what I'm going to do, I think. I think next year I'm going to leave winter isle on the bottom to harvest for seed. And then about where that corn is now, from there over this way, this part here, I think I'm going to try that sorghum sedan, BMR, try a multi-cut on that. And then if we can get 2 crops cut at a decent time, if we can let it grow back enough that we can still graze it off before frost, might try that. Otherwise, I might try Ted's idea and swath it, and then just let the cows come out here and graze it. And then following that winter eye down there, I don't know if I'm going to do a blend like this again, or if I'm going to plant Sudex in there, or cane, or whatever. There's so many people that have a different name for the same crops. So, see, Illinois sand farmer, that he planted that behind his rye, and I can't believe how tall that stuff was. So, we might try that next year, and then depending on how this pearl millet does following this silage harvest, I might do the pearl millet behind silage, because you don't have to worry about any toxicities or poisoning or anything with the millet versus like a Sudan after a frost. So I'm still learning about all that stuff, so yeah. Anyhow, that's just a little quick update on this. I look forward to seeing some grazing on this here in a couple weeks. So, and beans are dry. They crack like crazy when you bite into them. The outsides are, most of the leaves are gone. There's still a little bit of green in them, but I think if a guy combined and mixed everything together, I think by the time they test it down to the buyer, it would be on the dry side. Probably get docked for being too dry. So tomorrow, the old 4400 is going to come out and get hooked up to the bean head. We got some work to do to that, and hopefully be rolling on the beans here late this week. So stay tuned for that as well. So anyhow, thanks for watching. Check out Samson's farm. I'll put a link in the video at the very end, and hope you enjoy. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you all have a great day.